Hey, welcome in. Well, I think this article is an excellent example of the constant gaslighting that we are being bombarded with all the time around the word woke and what woke stands for. And, I've got a few things to say about this, but let's see what the author of this article says. This article is from January 2020, by the way. Here's the headline: How the word woke was weaponized by the right. So that's what's happened. It's been weaponized by the right. So I guess just pointing out the absurdities behind it is weaponizing it, or pointing out where it's just insanely wrong is weaponizing it. But I think one definition you could use is simply the modern left, and I'm not talking about, classical liberals or traditional liberals or centrists or anybody else, right? Just talking about the left, because it's the modern left versus everybody else who they hate, right? If you are pro-free speech, they don't like you. So, just old-time liberals, okay, you're not in their club. The term is meant to denote an attentiveness to important issues, but the likes of Lawrence Fox and Toby Young have been using it in a very different way. And Lawrence Fox, you might remember, was on a British morning talk show, and he basically just said, look, I won't date woke women, right? Because, well, I mean, we know why, right? We know why, because that would be like going into hell. That would be like living in hell. And he's aware of that. Anyway, he got in a lot of trouble for that, Lawrence Fox did. He's a British actor. And that didn't go over well for the leftist crowd or the woke crowd. Let's see. Like politically correct before it, the word woke has come to connote the opposite of what it means. Is it that? Or is what you say it is the opposite of what it means? What does it mean? Okay. It says, technically, going by the Merriam-Webster Dictionary's definition, woke means, quote, aware of and actively attentive to important facts and issues, especially issues of racial and social justice. Okay, so that's what it says in Merriam-Webster's. Let's look at a couple more. Here's this one. This is from Definitions from Oxford Languages. They say, alert to injustice in society, especially racism. Quote, we need to stay angry and stay woke. To me, actually, this one makes a lot more sense, because I think the operative part here really is stay angry and stay woke. No matter what. The train's gone way past the station. Stay angry. Stay woke. Keep looking. Keep finding it. It has to be there somewhere. That racism has to be there somewhere. That injustice has to be there somewhere. Is it under that rock? You'd better go look. How about the Urban Dictionary? That could be fun. So, woke, top definition in the urbandictionary.com. Deluded or fake awareness. So, this is getting a lot closer, isn't it? Deluded or fake awareness. I think this pretty much nails it, to be honest. Basically being deluded to stay angry. I think that's a great definition. Just going to interrupt for 1 second to say, if you like this content, subscribe so you can see more. Thanks a lot. But what else do they say in here? For those who would broadly consider themselves woke, the word has been weaponized against them. But the Fox Young Brigade often claim the same. So it's being weaponized against them. So what has been weaponized against the woke? Well, let's take a look at some of what the woke has been up to. Well, here we have from militarytimes.com, Army investigates handout suggesting Trump campaign slogan constitutes covert white supremacy. That's from July 9th, 2020. So this is the handout that they were giving out. Things to think about. So at the top of this pyramid, you have overt white supremacy, socially unacceptable. That's just the tip here. And then underneath it, you've got covert white supremacy. And that's socially acceptable white supremacy. So everything on this pyramid is white supremacy. Just some of it's overt and some of it's covert. What are some of the things? But we're all one big human family. There's only one human race. That's covert white supremacy, saying we're all one big human family. There's only one human race. So this is so unfairly being weaponized against the woke. Examples of their insanity. How about a meritocracy? Or as they call it, the meritocracy myth, because it's a myth that some people just do things better than other people. That's a myth, of course. Or I guess it's a myth that you can improve your life through working hard. Is that what they're saying? Is that what the myth is? The meritocracy myth? So again, apparently stuff like that is being weaponized against the woke. So insane things that they're saying. Keep in mind, this is the U.S. military. This was handed out in the U.S. military. Okay, this isn't just something from some obscure blog. All right. How about this one? Colorblindness. Did you not know that was covert white supremacy? Did you not know that? Not judging people by their skin color. So these might be the kinds of things that they're talking about with woke being weaponized, right? Or that the term being weaponized against the woke. Maybe they're talking about stuff like that. I don't know. Let's see. Rather than rejecting the concept of wokeness outright, today's detractors often claim they are rejecting the word as a signifier of pretentiousness and cultural elitism. I don't know. What else have they been up to? Well, let's see. They've been up to this. Coca-Cola slammed for diversity training that urged workers to be less white. Again, this is a giant company. This isn't some obscure far left blog. So I wonder if this is the sort of thing that people are unfairly weaponizing the term woke with. Let's see. This was part of it here. Try to be less white. They're actually saying that to their employees. Coca-Cola employees were urged to be less white as part of the company's alleged diversity training. But the material was yanked offline following a viral whistleblower post. The Confronting Racism course in question was offered by LinkedIn Education and allegedly utilized by the soft drink titan. So they confront racism by telling people to try to be less white. I wonder if this is the sort of thing that they're talking about when they're talking about the term being weaponized against them. I wonder. Well, here's something from Canada. This is from CBC.ca, the state broadcaster. Most at risk, first in line. Public health experts say racialized Canadians should be prioritized for vaccines. So it shouldn't go to the people who need them most, who are just old people, right? It should be racialized. Let's see. 2 public health experts in Toronto say governments must prioritize vaccinating Black Canadians and other people of color against COVID-19 because the data shows they are the most at risk of contracting the virus. And old people are most at risk from the virus. Everybody knows this. Data shows that, in fact. All the data shows that. And yet the CBC apparently wants to racialize. They love that word, racialize. That's very big in Canada now. They want to racialize the vaccine. I wonder if that's the sort of thing that they're talking about being weaponized against them. Here's something interesting. The racial politics of time. This is from TED Talks. So again, not an obscure left-wing blog. The racial politics of time. And I just did a video on this, actually, a Washington State official talking about it's just madness. But check out that video, and this that deals specifically with this issue of now racializing time. And really, the underlying message of all this stuff that's coming out of the critical race theory and all of that is that time, it's really a white thing. One thing I can say to The Guardian, right? I don't know. Is this a weapon that I'm doing now? Is this a weapon? Is this violence, what I'm saying? I'm saying maybe Martin Luther King had it right. Maybe we should judge people by the content of their character. We shouldn't just try and divide everybody into homogenous groups based on immutable characteristics. Maybe that's a bad idea. Maybe that leads to insane shit. When you do that, maybe it leads to insane things. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Please subscribe, like, and share. That really helps me out. If you just like to listen, there's the podcast Radio Baloney. It's on pretty much every platform. If you look for it, you will find it. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.